Why you need to prepare for the next earthquake. Scientists have long recognized that Alaska has more earthquakes than any other region of the United States, and is, in fact, one of the most seismically active areas of the world. The second largest earthquake ever recorded shook the heart of southern Alaska on the 27th of March, 1964. The largest strike-slip earthquake in North America, in almost 150 years, occurred on the Denali Fault in central Alaska on the 3rd of November, 2002. Great earthquakes, larger than magnitude 8, have rocked the state on an average of once every 13 years since 1900. It is only a matter of time before another major earthquake will impact a large number of Alaskans. Alaska has changed significantly since the damaging 1964 earthquake, and the population has more than doubled. Many new buildings are designed to withstand intense shaking, some older buildings have been reinforced, and development has been discouraged in some particularly hazardous areas. Despite these precautions, future earthquakes may still cause damage to buildings, displace items within buildings, and disrupt the basic utilities that we take for granted. We must take every reasonable action to prepare for damaging earthquakes in order to lower these risks. Preparedness for earthquakes and other natural disasters is both a collective and an individual responsibility. As a society, we have created agencies and organizations to assess, monitor, and respond to various threats from natural disasters. The Alaska Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, DHS&M, is responsible for providing Alaskans with earthquake preparedness information and training. The Alaska Earthquake Center, AEC, the UAF Geophysical Institute, UAFGI, the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, the Alaska Division of Geological and Geophysical Surveys, UDGS, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration National Tsunami Warning Center, NTWC, the Alaska Seismic Hazard Safety Commission, ASHSC, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, work together to provide data and information to the public and to local, state, and federal authorities for use in earthquake hazard mitigation and response. This alliance of agencies carries out our collective effort to understand and prepare for earthquake disasters. As individuals, we must also take steps to prepare for earthquakes in order to protect ourselves, our loved ones, and our property. By identifying the greatest hazards to our personal safety, we can set priorities for using our resources effectively to reduce possible damage. By becoming aware of the hazards posed by earthquakes, and by taking appropriate actions such as those described in this pamphlet, we can drastically reduce the loss of life and property and make Alaska a safer place to live. The choice is ours.
The oceanic crust is being pushed underneath that part of southern Alaska at a very low angle, and there was slip on the interface between the oceanic crust and the overlying continental crust.
These two crusts are converging at the dramatic rate of 1.5 inches each year. Periodic slip between the crusts produces great quakes, which Plafker called megathrust earthquakes. Scientists now recognize the distinctive patterns of uplift and downdrop at the Earth's surface, characteristic of these quakes.
One of the obvious things that everybody wants to know when you have an earthquake like this is how frequently do they occur? Could you have one tomorrow, or is it thousands of years?
By drilling 50 feet into the Earth and taking core samples, Plafker and his team discovered 9 megathrust earthquakes had occurred in south-central Alaska over the past 5,500 years. The average time span between these quakes is 630 years. The 1964 Great Alaska Earthquake was accompanied by massive tsunamis. Within minutes, one created a wave 20 stories high in parts of Alaska. Some traveled across the Pacific, wreaking havoc in coastal Oregon, California, and Hawaii. The widespread damage and loss of life from this earthquake led to a determination to use science to save lives in the future.
South Central Alaska here is the infrastructure center of the state, and it's also by far the largest population center of the state. And the work that we do, it involves basically the fundamental characterizing of the earthquake hazard, and knowing which faults are active, which faults can produce earthquakes, understanding how often those earthquakes occur. And another part is understanding the local tsunami hazard.
Legacies from the 1964 Great Alaska Earthquake and Tsunami include the USGS Earthquake Hazards Program, NOAA's round-the-clock tsunami warning centers, the Advanced National Seismic System, resulting in seismic hazard maps and improved building codes. Altogether, these programs can help predict strong ground motions from future earthquakes and minimize risks. For one example, scientists learned that Valdez was so unstable and at such risk for earthquakes that the town was moved. The 1964 Great Alaska Earthquake changed our understanding of quakes and tsunamis and had a profound and lasting impact on how scientific knowledge can be used to help.
YouTube friends, thank you for watching the video. Kudas TV News is a YouTube channel that consistently presents natural disaster news from all over the world. Here you can get news about natural disasters, such as earthquakes, flash floods, windstorms, and other natural phenomena from around the world. May be useful, stay alert to all possible natural disasters around us. Subscribe and activate this channel's notification bell notification as a form of support, so that this Rock TV News channel is more useful for our information.